Contemporary critics dismissed his idea as eccentric. Money laundering has become a major issue nowadays in most parts of the world. The new articles for the study and the subject are collected. You are advised to submit all the dissertations.
Kindness is very important nowadays. Nature is defined as specific chemical compounds. Students must wear protective clothing provided in the medical laboratory. Physics is a detailed study of matter and energy. Some people work for wages on a daily basis. The timetable for next term will be available next week. The Student Union hosts a variety of social events. Mixture is defined as the compound of chemically separate parts. Most of the lectures begin promptly, so do not be late. Currently, the growth of the company is unpredictable. Computer is a great source of knowledge for the students. The timetable will be posted on the website in the morning. Tomorrow's lecture has been canceled due to the power cut. There is a fitness center next to the Student Union. Optional tutorials are offered in the final week of a term. The office opens on Monday and Thursday, directly following the freshman seminar. Students live in the residence hall during the term time. Calcium's nutritional value enjoys growing popularity every year. During the examination, electronic devices must be left to the supervisor. It is a debate about the value of knowledge. Job opportunities are created for a better economy of the future. The residence hall is closed prior to the academic building closing time at the end of the semester. They cannot put in everything. Choices have to be made. Many students are now studying science, technology, engineering, and maths. We encourage students to complete applications before the deadline. Visual aids can be really helpful when you are revising. We no longer respond to any postal reference requests. There is no ideal debate on this topic. While some people regard it as zeal, others regard it as recklessness. The full list of undergraduate programs can be found on the website. Accountancy students need to submit their dissertations this week. I can't hand out my dissertation this week. One student representative will be selected from each class. Please note that the seminar has been canceled now. During that time, people had large families as an insurance against some children loss.
The university will seek a colossal renovation to the plain empty theater.
In the top left corner is the grinding shop, where the tools were sharpened and polished. The speaker began the outlines before the presentation. The study of nutrition is a growing field.
The study of physiology involves traditional sciences and social sciences.
The Earth's atmosphere is primarily composed of oxygen and nitrogen gases. Practical experience is a vital part of legal training. Easter Island is a small island in the southeastern Pacific Ocean. The school theater study helps students to exercise their activities. The department will continue to offer 3 new scholarships next year.
The eventual winners will be the graduates who adapt best.
Technology has changed the media we both used and studied. The posters are on display at the larger lecture theater. Graduates from this course generally find jobs in insurance industry.
The untapped potential use of sun rays is phenomenal. Industries now bring more job opportunities than agriculture and fishing combined. Close the door behind you when you leave the room. University departments carefully monitor articles and other publications by faculty. Assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadline. All industries consist of systems of inputs, processes, outputs, and feedback. The closing date of application for travel scholarship is next Monday. The tutorial timetable can be found on the course website. Members should make concentrated contributions to associated operating funds. Plants are the living things that can grow in land or in water.
Artificial intelligence has made significant progress in the last few years.
Industry experts will discuss job opportunities in an automated workforce. The cafeteria will only serve cold milk on Friday this week. There have been long streams of extreme weather since human history. Mechanical engineering first became prominent during the Industrial Revolution. He wrote poetry and plays as well as scientific papers. The economic predictions turned out to be incorrect. Members can contribute to the Association of Operating Firm. The deadline of this assignment is tomorrow. Many university lectures can now be viewed on the Internet. Nutrition plays a key role in athletic performance. When the roots of a plant failed, foliage suffers. The school canteen sells a large variety of water and food. A new collection of articles has just been published. Measures must be taken to prevent unemployment rate from increasing. Calculators allow us to add numbers without making mistakes. The disease that was serious has now been eradicated. Imported packages are likely to be used in many computers. Your ideas are sophisticated in seminars and tutorials. Linguistics is the scientific study and analysis of language. All of your assignments should be submitted by next Tuesday. The History Department is very active in research.
The Commissioner will apportion the funds among all the sovereignties.
You will be tested via continuous assessment and examinations.
Audition of the university choir will be on hold until the next week.
Students must attend the safety course before entering the engineering workshop. The farmers need to adapt to the changes of the climate. The history course is assessed via 3 written assignments. Honey can be used as food and health product. The course involves pure and applied mathematics.
You will be tested via a quiz and a dissertation.
Academic libraries across the world are steadily incorporating social media. Many diseases on the list have been eradicated. Trees benefit the city by absorbing water running off-road. Neuroscience is a compound of completely separate parts. Studying history can help you better understand the present. The year when the ship of artifacts was wrecked interested historians. Americans have progressively defined the process of plant growth and reproductive development in quantitative terms. Speed is defined as how quickly an object or a person moves. Tribes vied with each other to build up monolithic statues.
The stock market cracked and had repercussions throughout the world.
The castle was designed to intimidate both local people and the enemies.
International exchanges formed the important part of our study program.
Sugar is a compound which consists of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. Journalism faces the crisis in the light of the digital revolution.
The student shop has a range of stationery.
We can all meet in the office after the lecture.
Late applications are not accepted under any circumstances.
Students should leave their bags on the tables by the door. The collapse of the housing market has triggered recessions throughout the world.
Momentum is defined as the combination of mass and velocity. Your ideas are discussed depending on your seminar or tutorial. The bus to London will leave 10 minutes later than expected. Archaeologists discovered tools and artifacts in ancient tombs. You must set a security question when resetting your password. We need to answer security questions if we want to reset the password. Speak to your tutor if you need further assistance.
Salt is produced from the seawater or extracted from the ground.
They developed a unique approach to training their employees. Some people are motivated by competition, while others prefer to collaborate.
The new media has transcended the traditional national boundaries.
We cannot consider an increase in price at this stage.
I thought it was thrown in a small meeting room.
Students find true or false questions harder than short answers. The history of the university is a long and interesting one. The garden behind the university is open to the public in summer.
Make sure you choose a course that provides great career opportunities. Astronauts are using light years to measure the distance in space. Listening is the key to succeeding in this course. Strong liner is used to measure distance and baseline. A laptop has been found at the biology lab.
A group meeting will be held tomorrow in the library conference room.
Tutors should set a clear goal at the start of the class. Time and distance are used to calculate speed. The poster of this play is hung in the large lecture theater. Students who study overseas can significantly improve work chances.
Strangely, people are simultaneously impressed by and skeptical of statistics.
Research shows the exercising makes us feel better. Protective clothing must always be worn in the laboratory. Manufacturing now brings more people in than agriculture and fishing combined. Economic development needs to be supported by the government. As student union members, we can influence the change of the university. Consumer confidence tends to increase as the economy expands. You were able to contact a number of research subjects. You need to hand in the essay next semester. More graduate training is often needed after the university study is finished. We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us. Water taps on the campus will discourage the frequent use of plastic bottles. University fees are expected to increase next year. Traffic is the main cause of air pollution in many cities. This morning's lecture on economic policy has been canceled. There is a welcome party for all new students each term. There is a pharmacy on campus near the bookstore. There are some doubts about whether these events actually occurred. The ways in which people communicate are constantly changing. The vocabulary that has peculiar meanings is called jargon. The time of the math lecture has been changed to 10:30. The synopsis contains the most important information. The summer course was canceled due to insufficient re-enrollments. The qualification will be assessed by using a conference criterion approach. The nation achieved prosperity by opening its ports for trade. The most popular courses still have a few places left. The lecture tomorrow will discuss the educational policy in the United States. The introduction is an important component of a good presentation. The first assignment is due on the 14th of September. The faculty staff are very approachable, helpful, and extremely friendly. The exam system has been upgraded due to professional exams.
Timetables for the new term will be available next week. The other book isn't thorough, but it's more insightful. The marketing budget has doubled since the beginning of the year. The plight of wildlife has been ignored by local developers.
The dance department stages elaborated performances each semester. The course helps students to improve their pronunciation skills. The author's early works are less philosophical and more experimental. The artists tied with the conservative politicians earned the roles of critics. The application process may take longer than expected. The aerial photographs were promptly registered for thorough evaluation. The ability to work with fellow students cannot be stressed enough. Students who attempted to go to the conference must register now. Students are advised to use multiple methods for this project. She began by giving an outline of the previous lecture. Scientists are always asking the government for more money. Scientific beneficiary to space exploration is frequently questioned. Remember, the prestigious section has strict eligibility criteria. Radio is a popular form of entertainment throughout the world.
The article considers the leisure habits of teenagers in rural areas.
Please note, submission deadlines are only negotiable in exceptional circumstances. Peer group pressure has a great effect on young people. Packaging is very important to attract the attention of a buyer. Our professor is hosting the Business Development Conference. Most critics agreed with the new theory, but a few disagreed. Many birds migrate to warmer areas for the winter. Making mistakes is fine as long as you learn from it. Library reference desks hold a lot of materials on academic history. It is important to make clear notes while you are reading. Important details from the argument are missing in the summary. If you need additional help, please visit the University Resources Center. If finance is a cause of concern, scholarships may be available. I will come back to this in a moment. He landed his job at a very prestigious law firm. Some economists argue that the entire financial system is fatally flawed. Student representatives will be visiting classes with voting forums. Lectures are the oldest and the most formal teaching method at universities. The theme of the instrumental work exhibits more of a demure, compositional style. Students requiring an extension should apply sooner rather than later. We have sophisticated ways to study in brain action.
Nurses can specialize in clinical work and management. Education and training provide important skills for the labor force. Daily practice can build confidence and improve skills. Convincing evidence to support this theory is hard to obtain. Consumer confidence has a direct influence on sales. Conferences ought to be always scheduled 2 weeks in advance. Clinical placement in nursing prepares students for professional practice. Climate change is now an acceptable phenomenon among a group of reputable scientists. Behind the barn, there is a flat cart drawn by mules. Before submitting your dissertation, your advisor must approve your application. Before attending the lecture, you must register online or by post. Attracting skilled workers to the city with expensive housing is hard. And in that regard, as well as in other regards, it stands as an important contribution. Although sustainable development is not easy, it is an unavoidable responsibility. All the educational reforms have been inadequately implemented. All students are expected to attend 10 lab sessions per semester. All of the assignments must be submitted in person to the faculty office. Agenda items should be submitted by the end of the day. Affordable housing is an important issue for all members of society. A person's educational level is closely related to his economic background. A number of students have volunteer jobs. A good architectural structure should be usable, durable, and beautiful. A celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy.
The economic strength of early Roman Republic will be examined.
Every student has both the right and the ability to succeed. All dissertations must be accompanied with a submission form.
Dogs are able to provide assistance to people with disabilities.